What's up, guys? Yesterday is obviously a beautiful day. Wanted to share with you guys some things that I believe made that possible, right? Because the the dynamics of that sale was completely different than anything I experienced before, right? Never have I ever before had a point where I laid out everything. They went and thought about it for a week or more, and then they came back and was like, "Yeah, we want you." That was crazy to me, right? Until then, the clients I've gotten or all the stuff I know about how to get clients has been more or less around closing, right? Now, some people will call that closing, like sending proposals, but I don't really consider that a close, because to me, a close is more like, at least like you're on the phone with them, taking them through a series of thoughts and processes until you come to a point where they have to make a decision, right? That's more like a close. Or obviously sitting them in person, or a screen share, right? That's more like closing. But what ended up happening is I sent them a proposal of exactly what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to go about achieving the results that we are trying to get, and that's what got them. So it shows that we should not be afraid to send very detailed proposals. The proposal I sent was very thorough, okay? To the point where I gave them a brief synopsis of the month to month, but it had some good info in there. Meaning, like, if they were to take the plan and actually implement it, like, as in, okay, I said, for example, like, for month one of the first things after this, send social signals. If they knew, and if they were to get into SEO a bit and they could find a good provider for social signals, if I said this and they could find a good provider for that, they would be able to pretty much do a pretty good SEO campaign themselves, right? It was that thorough. So that's the type of stuff I send, and I've been sending, the last like about 7 days, right? Because few of the people who were interested, they're not going to pull the trigger, and I had multiple conversations with them. All I could do, and I touched on this before, I'm not good at closing yet, right? I got to work on that, because I don't want to be relying on this, right? This is just something I'm realizing that it did work. And that is sending exactly 100% truthfully what you plan to do, explanation of it, and what kind of results and you expect to get from it, and what kind of results have you got using these kind of plans for other people. When you lay it out like that, pretty thoroughly, don't be afraid. The people who are going to hire you will hire you. Don't be afraid that they're going to take your plan and run off with it. It's not like we have some kind of mastermind to... Wait, I'm getting a call. 1 second. Let's see. I'll just carry you guys with me in case it's what the fuck? Ah, never mind. It's not a prospect. Yeah, that's how hyped I am. I think like every other phone call could be somebody. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Don't be afraid to send long proposals, okay? Be thorough, be fucking honest. The type of people who are gonna hire you will hire you. Like they just need to see that you are into it. You are in this world. I don't know what they have to feel, but they have to feel like you're in this shit. Like you do this shit. You've done this shit. You've done it for other people. You get results. You care about their shit. Like they need to feel that. And a long proposal with a lot of explanation and detail, unlike most other agencies would, kind of could relay that, right? I don't know what kind of proposal other people send. Maybe it's just like these are the keywords I'm gonna get on page SEO and all this shit. But anyways, so that's that. What else was I gonna share? But yeah, as I was gonna say, definitely one of the things I want to work on is a screen share presentation, right? So that's something I completely suck at, and every time I do it, I feel like I'm just showing them a very broader version of the video audit, right? Which is okay, because I know that like the back of my hand, and I can elaborate on a lot more stuff, but I want to be able to have a bit more structure to it, a bit more, so I feel like when you make video audits, you feel like you're like getting this shit. I don't feel like I'm getting it when I'm doing screen shares. Let's put it like that. So that's obviously one of the priorities next. And but yeah, man. Other than that, fifth client, that's on board. The client is super nice. They're really happy. My first time. This is the first time I have a client that the expectation is set so well. 1 year. He said it himself though, which is crazy. So I guess he understands these things, right? And this was prior, in the prior conversations. He's like, well, how long do you think? I'm not going to hold you to it. I said, like, it's a pretty competitive city. I told them like, roughly 6 months to get pretty good results. Like, all right, so you'd say within a year would be in good positions, right, for major keywords. I'd say, yeah, within a year you can be confident that we're going to be in a good position for major keywords for the services we're going for. Yeah, like that. And that was so beautiful. I mean, I don't expect that, and it's not. I'm not gonna even try to set that expectation usually because it just sounds so most people can't handle it. But that's what he said from his side, so that was awesome. Having that said, I don't know, man. I mean, it's good. I said not too long ago, guys, like, keep at it. Like I was tumbling, over with so much shit with the pricing and stuff like that. Now I feel like I have a concise product. It's so much more enticing. Even today, when I was making some calls, I was feeling like, if somebody gave me their ear, I could really explain this out to them, right? Because I'm really excited to test out this product. Because as soon as I started, I got a sale. You know what I mean? Like, I just changed my prices like about a week ago, feels like, and boom, sale came. So super excited, man. Very grateful